Yeah, I think, honestly, Pooja, I could say it. I think it's just the answer that I've been saying to so many questions. How do we keep our inspiration high? I really will say that for most of us, probably for all of us, of course, we have those great meditations. And I find, this morning I was digging in my purse for my beads, and these beads came up. These are very special beads. I've had them for a long time, and Swamiji blessed them. He didn't give it to me, but his picture's on here. But I couldn't find the mala that I use all the time. I've used this, I don't know how many years now. It's just been everywhere with me. It's been blessed by every saint I visited everywhere. And I had a moment of panic, because, of course, meditations are great, our malas are great. I think satsang is the most important thing that any of us can do. You're in a bad mood, go to a class. You're feeling lack of inspiration, find your way to something. Don't stay home. The only time I ever let myself do that, you remember the story, I was so mad at Master, I couldn't come to Sunday service. There was this huge dilemma in the community about my getting an apartment. Everybody knows this story, so I don't really want to repeat the whole thing. But I spent hours in our temple. At that time, it was over in 102 or whatever that is. You remember Chidambar, over on that side. I just sat there in this one little room yelling at Master, if you want me to move, give me the money. Give me the money. You always say you can do all these miracles. I was alone in the temple. Create a miracle. Put the money, give me the money to make the move. I go to my mailbox after that, and there's $5,000 waiting for me. Literally, that's a true story. And I've said this, the friend of mine who sent me $5,000, I called her, I said, I'm not taking money from you. That's absurd, I'm a physician, I make money. She said to me, we want you to have the money. We don't want you, of all people, she said, because she knew I'd been known to sort of let money pass through me to others frequently. She said, you shouldn't be worrying about money. So then it came to me, Master, I believe, said to me, how did you think I was going to get you the money? Did you think I was going to show up with $1,000 bills in your house? No, take the money. It's the only time, that I think, and we have to know when we need to do that, but coming and being with our Guru Bhais and hearing this music, and I guarantee anybody that if you're fretting about something, you will hear the perfect song. I would say no less, I don't want to exaggerate, let's say 300 to 400 times when I've given a sermon. Even when I've thought to myself, I sit down afterwards, I think, that was so awful, I'm embarrassed. Even when I've gone through those moments, which I've gone through, somebody comes up to me and says to me, you said exactly what I needed to hear today. And then I say to myself, of course, because it's them. They could have made it a great sermon in my mind if they wanted to. It doesn't matter what I think about it. People always come up and say, after every sermon, that's why I'm saying 300, it's not just sermons. You said exactly what I needed to hear. Well, I didn't say it, that's for sure. But you come to where the inspiration is and don't let yourself say otherwise. You can say, no, Shanti said, so I'm going. Just say those words to yourself. Because finding a friend to be with, there's just nothing like it, nothing like it. I remember when Kamala Devi and I started doing this once a month, getting together in the morning for 2 hours. And she moves at a very different pace than I do, though I am trying to calm and slow down. And she's made some effort in certain circumstances to speed up a little. And so we're coming closer in that. But with our very different ways of doing things, I don't know how many times we did that. We're just about to get back in it next week because the holidays happened, Australia happened. Anyway, I never left those times, even when I would think, oh, I'm so busy. I can't go and sit there for 2 hours. That she didn't say several things to me that were so, she said, spoke the truth. She spoke truth. And I slowed down and I listened. She had the room to get to it. And I left feeling so different than I might have walked in. It never fails. Those are such special times. Finding a friend and saying, let's just spend an hour. Let's just do it. And you know, there are many people in this room that I do that with. But I think because it was new to Kamala Devi and I to meet like that, we just dove deeper in our relationship, really. And so much wisdom came. So much wisdom. I'm really grateful. So that's satsang. That's truth with spiritually like spirited souls, I would say. Beautiful.